Should we all do this?
Should we just... Oh no, I didn't even mean to do...
How long have we been back together on camera for?
Literally, we just pressed
4
record.
seconds.
I'm really sorry for accidentally farting with my hands. I don't know what I've started.
It's a bit much for
The
me.
hand fighting was a bit much
for me, yeah.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Cut Content, the show where we have a guest along who wants to talk about 3 things that they'd cut from the world of video games.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I'm not the guest today.
I'm just getting reassurance from you that yes, this is that show.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
you
you're
remembered
right.
everything there, all the important details. The guest today is someone who those of you who've been watching us for a long time might recognise.
You might know me. I mean, we did a little thing together for a little while.
Yeah.
Dick? Billy?
Billy?
Ring any bells?
No,
No.
I don't remember.
Dick and
Ladies
Billy.
gentlemen, Michael Johnson is here.
Michael Johnson.
Former video, I guess still technically a video?
Still a video.
Still a video.
Still a video.
It's not ending.
No, it's just changing.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Mikey, it's a
everybody.
pleasure to have you.
It's nice to be here.
Thank you for coming. This is one of a few things that we're recording together while
my
you're
God,
here.
yeah.
So keep an eye out. I don't know what order things are going out in.
No, I don't.
But this
is
might
the
be
welcome
the first.
video, then.
This might be the second. Who's to say? Just don't be surprised if you see him again. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not going away.
Michael Johnson.
Hello.
You play video games sometimes, don't you?
On occasion, yeah.
You got some things. You got some hot takes. You got some thoughts.
I'm very angry. I'm filled with rage. You know, as a man who plays video games, it's a natural part of playing video games to get angry, to just want to change things.
Careful,
Oh,
it's 2
Billy!
tables. Don't want to.
But I'm not, the thing is, I'm not a games critic. I'm very much a casual player. I know there's people out there who can play for 8 hours at a time and have a great time, be fine. Like,
Who would do that?
Yeah.
I'm very much the kind of man who can play for like 20 minutes and then I get bored.
Hey, well, you know, we need that kind of representation. You know, we've had Boof on so far, who is, you know, very much a professional streamer. That's what she does.
Pro streamer.
You are a filthy casual.
I represent the common man.
And that's what, you know, yeah, we're gonna have a broad demographic
Did you
appeal.
hear that voice?
Yeah.
Exactly, it's the worthy white male voice.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. We thought if we were going to hear from the white man, we thought Michael Johnson. He will cut through the BS.
Just get straight to the point.
You'll hear him from outside the studio, anywhere in fact, anywhere in Newcastle. Everyone's tuning in now.
We should have him on more often. Just get him to shout.
Yeah.
Subscribe! God.
How loud can I vocalise my opinions in the studio?
Pretty loud.
Yeah, pretty loud. I suppose we better move on to loudly vocalised opinion number 1, right?
Oh.
Michael Johnson, what is the first thing that you would cut from all of video gaming?
Weapon degradation. It's the bane of, as a casual boy.
Yeah.
Some people, I'm sure they enjoy the thrill of, you know, oh, look at this nice new weapon, better use this carefully, otherwise it's going to disappear in about an hour's time.
Yeah.
For me, that's ruined so many games, is like that uncertainty, that loss of trust.
Yeah.
I'm scared that if this gold, like, okay, the main game here is Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Right.
You got that stick. You liked that stick.
That
And then
buggable
the
stick
stick broke.
went away and I never got that stick back again. I think I understand why they do it. It's to like make you use a wider variety of weapons, try new things out, but I don't like trying new things
Improve the
out.
realism to an extent.
Yeah, but I just at least give me a setting to turn it off, because in that game I've got like an arsenal of weapons that I'm thinking, oh no, I'll save that for future.
Yeah.
And I'm like 40 hours in the game and I've just kind of given up, and those weapons are just now sat in a chest in my house. And
such a shame.
it's a real shame, Mr. Nintendo, please.
It's like I recently, well, not that recently, a few months back, I went back to Oblivion for a bit,
yeah.
and I remembered, having gone from Skyrim back to Oblivion, that they had that thing where you had to carry like 50
1,000
repair
hammers.
hammers in your
God,
bag.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
weigh quite a lot, don't they? And
I think they weigh like 1 unit each or something,
a lot.
which is quite a lot.
Absolute unit.
Yeah. So that was a surprise.
It's quite a common theme in a lot of games. Like I'm fine with like upgrading weapons. That's great, fine. Like give me the option to upgrade my gun or whatever. But I just don't want to lose it. I want to have my nice, comforting selection of weapons that I've slain many a foe with.
Yeah.
That I know what I'm doing with. Because Zelda is such a big old game and. To worry about weapons, I just want to be able to trek around the lands. Oh look, a little rabbit! Bam! Using my
kill it.
Insanely powerful sword.
The earlier Bethesda Fallout games did it as well, didn't they?
Yeah, but you
do
can
they
only
still
repair
do it
it
now?
with it. Not so much anymore. You still have to repair stuff, but it's not the same. You use sort of materials that
rather than like two of the same
scrap.
gun, just bolting.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
it was
scrap,
always you had to find another one of the guns.
Just find the good bits of the other gun, put it on the other gun.
Oh.
Even that's fine. Because I think in Zelda, I'm going to use this as my main anchor point because I think this is the one that did ruin the game for me, which is a real shame. You can upgrade weapons to be more powerful, but as far as I'm aware, they do just always eventually kind of break down.
Yeah.
But
even the Master Sword.
But I had that, and I think that might still be.
Gone.
I mean, I'm very uninformed here, but so that's one of the weapons in my collection, which is just
sitting
too
there.
scared.
Don't
You
want to
don't
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the master. If I break the Master Sword, that sword survived so much, and little idiot me
That's
comes
fine. You
along.
can say that.
Okay, good.
It's just the naughty swears.
Oh, I've been good so far.
You've been really good.
Thank you.
What do you think about tool degradation though? So if you're playing Minecraft,
Oh, okay.
and your pickaxe breaks down, or your
I think Minecraft, it does it really well because there's a natural progression there with the materials you use. As you go down through the earth, you find new materials, build a new thing with that, and you keep going further down. It's like a natural synchronicity there, but there's always an abundance of materials there, so it's really easy, really natural, and the
it's
upgrades,
inherent in the game.
Yeah, and the upgrades in that you can make whatever it is really powerful, so it will last you long enough that you don't really care. But with Zelda, it's like you'll come across an encampment and there'll be all these things, and then you end up breaking 2 or 3 of your favourite weapons, and all you get in return is a couple of apples and a stick.
Right.
And it's like, cool, what did I just do that for?
Worth it.
I'd rather have the option, just like a little settings menu tick, and now I can just blitz through everything, ruin this earth, and just, unleash chaos.
Be the elf god I wanted to be.
Exactly.
The little elf boy god I wanted to be.
That's the thing with these games that they try and increase their realism level because realistically, if you just kept using the same sword for hours and hours and hours, it would start to go dull, and you would need to repair it. But similarly. I don't want to have to constantly feed my character 3 times a day or sleep for 8 hours or don't make me do that if I don't want to. That's the good thing about something like Skyrim or Oblivion is you can add mods for survivability and stuff, and where you do have to go to the lake and drink fresh water, and if you don't, then you'll just die. But I think the best thing would be to just have options for things.
Yeah, I think most games do. As you said, with Fallout, there is that hardcore mode where you can live. Actually live in a game. You have to look after your individual hunger stats and stuff like that. But I think I'm not saying this is disrespect to Zelda, but there's a lot of little nitty-gritty things that I understand why they've done it. Adds extra dynamic to the game. But me,
with limited time.
Yeah, I'm a busy man. I just want to get home.
It's like in San Andreas. I remember that being somewhat controversial at the time, that you had to exercise and do other things, otherwise your man got fat and tired.
I'm all for that. There's a comedy element to that. You just walk into the nearest Clucking Bell, get 50 meals, and out you've got a new man. Yeah. Very big old chunky boy.
I feel like a new man.
Every day.
Every day. Well, Michael, weapon degradation. We've had a chat, Peter and I, telepathically.
Okay, yeah.
And we've just spoken to Captain Video Games, who's the superhero who represents video games. And it's cut. It's gone.
It's gone.
Degradation is gone. Official. Forever. It's cut. It's cut.
It's
gone.
Cut. I'm picking up a sword, throwing it in the bin. Wait, no, I'm not. I want it forever.
It's your forever
That's the point.
stick.
There we go.
Well, unfortunately, along with weapon degradation has gone away the notion of having to repair degraded weapons, because you don't need to be able to repair if they're no longer breaking down. But that means anything that you hadn't repaired before you came here today, you're never going to be able to fix it.
Oh, it's always going to be in that state of repair.
We've now removed all the...
Got like a bendy sword now, with like a floppy sword, which just kind of gently slaps people.
Well, a lot of men have that problem.
Yeah, we've all seen the motorway service station adverts.
We have.
Talk to your doctor.
It's a curse, isn't it, this cut content?
Yeah.
It's sort of like a genie situation. You've got to be careful what you wish for, because it could have unforeseen consequences. Yeah, any kind of repair is now gone, along with weapon degradation. But that's just the way it goes on the show.
Yeah, I think it's for the greater good.
That's how we do it.
And there's a price for everything.
Yeah.
Let's move on to number 2.
Number 2, the thing that I would strike from the world of video games with my big, powerful, now never, my big, but it'll never break. So eventually, I can beat down any enemy with my floppy sword.
Yeah.
Is about 90% of the Steam games library.
Oh.
I've done research and that number is accurate. So I'm pretty sure if you, as you all know, if you've been on the Steam page, there's a lot of just awful asset swaps, hentai puzzle games. It's pretty much what Steam is.
Where else would you get your hentai puzzle games from, to be fair?
So it's okay, Ben, it's okay.
The main notion is making him feel quite unwell.
It's difficult. That Ginster's lunch.
Oh, God.
It's a bad combination.
It's called Jintai, I believe.
Oh, no.
It's a special new kind of puzzle that my stomach's trying to solve.
Jintai kind of sounds like a brand of whiskey.
You know,
delicious.
Where else are we going to get our bafflingly approved rape simulator games? You know.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I was going to. I did in my googling. I did come across that game. Thankfully, I think Steam did agree.
Eventually,
it's not the right place for. I mean, no place for that. But
but they do have this attitude, don't they? That like this is a place for almost everyone. Well, everyone to begin with, and then eventually we may get rid of some of the really bad ones. But certainly,
only when enough people shout about it.
This is a place for everyone, even if you don't know how to make a game.
Yeah. You can just download Unity, pay for some assets from the shop, put it together in like an hour and put it on Steam, sell it for 79p. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it really clogs it all up and it's just bad. Because we used to use a service called Keymailer, which is like a service where creators and stuff can apply for free game keys, and just everything on that there was like maybe like 1 or 2 actual games, and then the rest of it was just crap.
There was a lot of rubbish on there.
Because it was a common, well, we could talk about occasionally last year at Vidiots, where for worse games, we just agreed Steam games are kind of off limits because they're not the good kind of crap either. It is just
we want something
crap.
that got like a retail release that actually had a publisher and everything.
Yeah, it's got like a Sony silver sticker on the back saying, we okayed this.
It's in a blue box and everything.
Wow, people committed years of their lives to it, and that's what makes it so good.
Big love to Dave Benson Phillips. Michael Johnson, I believe you brought some offenders with you.
So this was, I went through the listing, I think it was a mix of Keymail and just looking through recently released on Steam. And these are all games you can buy on Steam right now. So I think open up a tab if you're able to and kind of search these games as I'm talking about them, and you'll see, because a lot
we
of
can put some footage up on screen. If there's trailers for them, we'll find it.
So we've got Super Minesweeper at ACK. The ACK is capital there for some reason. So this one is literally just a Minesweeper clone, but you get like a Tamagotchi pet, which evolves over time. It's completely unrelated to the Minesweeper element of the game. I think
just sort of put two things together.
Bring up a picture now. It's a weird demented Pikachu looking thing as one of the options.
Good.
So you can like get skins and stuff for your pet, and it's literally just someone downloaded like a tutorial on how to make Minesweeper in a game and then added a bit of extra thing.
They had a separate tutorial for how to make a Tamagotchi game.
Yeah, and we can put these all together.
Put them in,
Double the value.
Great.
Stare, Block Breaker. So this one is, again, just a pre-existing kind of formula for a game. It's Breakout, little game where you got your paddle going across the bottom and you go.
I like Breakout.
Yeah, Breakout's really fun. Not this one though. It's just like really standard Breakout that you could get in the 90s for free on like a shareware website.
Oh, excellent.
The only difference is that in the background at all times there's a very low quality picture of a fat kid.
What?
Why is it called Stare?
Because I guess
it ARE or AIR?
That is in stare. I'm staring at you.
Maybe that's because you can't look away from the fat boy at the back.
Yeah, he's staring at you all times. I guess that adds a new dimension to the game, but really it's just a Google image search.
How strange.
It's very weird. So So on the Steam page in August, the creator made a post saying, sadly, the game will no longer be free to play.
Oh no, the fat kid wants royalty.
He said, this is a recent change I have decided to do. I hope you understand. And currently there's no price actually listed on the store.
No,
so you can't actually buy it anymore.
He forgot.
Yeah,
he turned it off free to play
and forgot to make it downloadable.
Add the £25 price tag to it.
Excellent.
Everything is mayo.
Everything is mayo.
No, it isn't.
I like the description for the game is quite poetic.
Not at all.
A short but exciting adventure RPG about fighting back the evil forces of Mayo and saving the world. I created this game as a fun project for myself. Shouldn't take more than 20 minutes to beat.
Okay.
So that the selling point of the game is that it shouldn't take you more than 20 minutes to beat, and it costs 79 pence.
So it costs money. So this is the kind of stuff that used to go on, mini clip.
Yeah, like Newgrounds and stuff. That's like that, and now people are putting it on Steam.
And it's just loads of them
amongst AAA titles.
Is that mayo as in actually like mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
It's not just like because sometimes like a Japanese word might sound like an English word. I remember in Monster Rancher. Do you remember Monster Rancher?
Oh yeah,
it was a TV anime. It was like Pokemon or Digimon. But the villain in that was called Moo.
Terrifying.
Which I could never take seriously, but I imagine Monster Rancher was Japanese or possibly Chinese, but it's just a word that didn't really carry across.
Moo.
Oh.
Yeah.
The last one here. This is actually a key we got sent in the very, very early days of Vidiots.
Yeah.
Sexy serial killer.
Yes, no, this is one that I asked for.
Yeah.
Because I thought we should play it, and then did they send one in the end?
We did get a key for it, yeah.
I didn't know, I requested it and it took ages.
Oh, sorry. Well, I mean, I can give you the key now.
No, I don't want it anymore. It's fine.
So as you probably see by the screenshots going up on screen now, it's very much like very sexy women, very shiny sexy women killing you.
Real women.
But in really dark, horrible. Not horrible as in, oh wow, like Silent Hill, but just bad.
Just bad.
Bad, dark rooms. And
really bad. This is the baddest dark room you've ever seen.
The synopsis reads, your lonely dad has not dated for 3 years. You convince him to try a computer dating service. Unfortunately for him, his date is actually a serial killer.
No.
Can you save your dad and escape with your life? And I do actually kind of want to play this to get some hands-on experience.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I bet you do.
Oh, God. Oh, no! Stop it, it's bad. A reviewer gave it a thumbs up on Steam and simply said, my wife got mad at me.
My wife.
Thumbs up.
It's great success.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's
Well, Steam games, they're gone. All of them. All the Steam games are gone.
Just deleted 90% of
Michael
PC.
just deleted Steam. Go on your computer. It's uninstalled.
Oh, I should have clarified at the beginning. I don't want just 90% of the library gone. I want the bad games gone. That means,
You've been left with 10%, which is sexy serial killer, stare, and everything is mayo.
Yeah.
Not only has Steam gone, like the application, but steam locomotives can no longer run.
No.
Your kettle can't
kettle.
boil. Hot water is off.
Steam is a physical
We're done.
entry. It's all gone.
There's no steam anymore.
Cold showers for you.
It's the only way. Well, I hope you're happy.
I am. I think it's a worthy sacrifice. To get rid of sexy serial killers, we have to sacrifice hot water.
The greater good.
We survived by hot water for a while. We can continue to.
Fine.
Yeah. Thing number 3.
Yeah.
I think this is. It's a very easy one, but I think it's fairly unanimous. I think water levels in video games.
Oh, you're not content with taking the hot water. You want to take all of the water.
All of the water.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how this ends up.
So this is I think this is an experience that's not specific to me, but it's had such a lasting effect on me that I wish I could undo it. Is that a lot of water levels in video games have left me with a fear of water.
Right.
Okay.
Genuinely, as a kid, water levels in games have kind of messed me up, and that I'm fine with like water pools and stuff. That's safe. I know nothing's going to get me. As soon as I enter the sea and like it gets a bit murky and I can't see beyond something, I genuinely kind of get like freaked out. And I remember once being on holiday, we went snorkeling, and I was like, oh, this is sick, because like I really like aquatics and stuff, and it is really fun. It's really pretty. You want to see these nice little fishies, and then.
We're in a mic.
It
happens.
So sorry, you were talking about the time you nearly died.
Yes.
In the sea.
But it was. I didn't die, but there was a sea like snake of some kind. And I think just the inherent fear that come from video games made me so terrified of this snake that I ran screaming in front of a beach full of holidaygoers, and it was very embarrassing. And I wish I could undo that.
It's our eel!
I think most notable offenders are Half-Life. I think if you played that, you remember there's a bit where you're in like a underground research facility, and there's a bit where just water levels have risen, and so there's just this sea beast that's been unleashed, and because it's a really crappy, well, no, it's not a crappy game, visually not as good as now game from the 90s, the water didn't have physics, it was just a texture that you couldn't see through, so then you enter the water, and then,
there it is.
A being is there, and it jumps
Excellent.
out at you.
I believe the technical term is thalassophobia, which is the fear of like the depth of the ocean and the notion that it could have a big scary thing hiding in it.
That's a fun word.
Yeah, thalassophobia. I want to sue the games industry for giving me thalassophobia. Mario 64, the eel in that.
Eel.
A lot of people do cite that as a scary thing. And that's not just nostalgia, me remembering it. I replayed Mario a couple of years ago. That eel still scared me.
Yeah.
Really?
It's such an innocent, cute-looking eel, but it's just the way it just...
Did you start it up and it went, nice to see you again, Wesley? It
hope
addressed
you're
you by name.
No, leave me alone.
I remember
mouth.
you, Johnson.
There's a similarly big scary eel in a PS1 game called Treasures of the Deep, which is just scary water levels, the game.
Oh, no.
You're just like a deep sea diver who goes to like shipwrecks and stuff.
Oh, that would freak
Just
me
constantly, and it's like it's kind of that dark, murky PS1 thing where all the textures are just pretty sort of grimy and horrible. And you go to this in the first level. You go to this sunken ship, and there is an eel whose like head is like the size of this room. It's like a giant eel who's
my God.
inside, and he like makes noises when you start shooting him. He's just going like, wah. It's really creepy.
That game does sound fun, but I would not be. As an adult man, I would not be able to push myself to do it.
It's really horrible. It's like because I played it for the first. I had a demo of it when I was younger and played that level because that was the full demo that level.
Yeah.
But I bought it about a year ago and played through it. And it just gets worse and worse. Like you end up in this like underground temple that's completely flooded, like an Uncharted kind of temple. But there's like a giant octopus in it, like a huge squid. There's always like a big scary monster animal as the boss.
Never just like
at the
a
end.
koi or something, a koi fish.
Yeah.
I think another example of it is Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, yeah.
There's a part in that where you just like go through this little tube and you're greeted by this horrible, massive metal bleeding shark. And not bleeding as in bloody. I mean bleeding as in it's metal, but it's bleeding. It's got bits of flesh on it.
With a big grin on his face.
Like you just end up, hello,
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I think he's a good boy, but he's just really scary.
He's a good boy, yeah,
Scary
boy.
good boy.
Yeah.
Chaotic good boy.
I'm judging a book by its cover. I don't like him because he looks weird.
He's
Yeah.
different, so therefore he's not as good.
He's getting cut.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's being.
I'm just saying it. I have the authority now.
What do you think, Ben? What's
Yeah,
your,
what do you
what are
wanna
your
cut it?
thoughts on big, scary deep seas?
Well, I'm not so frightened of the big scary deep seas.
Oh, really?
I will say that I was never a fan of anything I had to do underwater in Spyro, just because of how unwieldy it is to control.
That's a good point. In addition to that, underwater stuff is just a pain in
Just
the
crap.
arse.
There was Tomb Raider underwater levels where you got to swim for a bit. There's that notorious Zelda
Water temple.
temple
You
that
have to
people hate.
flood rooms and then drain them.
Even in beloved video game masterpiece, The Last of Us, the watery bits, because Ellie can't swim, so she's got to jump on these crates. And you've got to move her. Those weren't great bits of the game. Like it wasn't bad. It didn't make the game bad. It was just a bit frustrating, just a bit worse than most. Yeah.
What about the final boss in Echo the Dolphin? Have you seen that?
In my
God.
research for this, I saw screenshots of that, and oh my god, never seen pixels look so scary.
Yeah, horrible.
mad, isn't it?
And the DLC for Little Nightmares, that water level.
There's a lot of water.
That was
in
pretty
that game.
horrible as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Anytime there's water in any horror game, there's something in it, which
Yeah.
is, that's part of the game. That's fine.
But I just would rather not have
Right,
that.
I don't want to.
I'm totally with you there. I hate water levels.
Water levels are cut. But what else is cut, Peter?
Well, the actual the physical concept of a water level, as in the level of the water.
Like a spirit level.
Yeah, like
No more builders
you
are
just
building
see, like,
lopsided
how high is
now.
the water level?
So you're saying water no longer has a top?
it no longer is flat. It's a sort of an amorphous.
infinite.
Yeah.
Oh, so you said we got rid of steam before, but now we've kind of made water more like steam because it's less of a solid thing. It's just kind of free flowing.
Yeah.
It
But
fills
it's-
the volume of the container it's in, which
Yeah.
is the world.
It's still but it's still liquid. So it's steam in that it can float through the air, but it's actually liquid. So if it gets near your mouth, you will drown.
Oh my God.
Good. What a terrifying world I've made for everyone. I'm sorry.
Thanks,
but-
Michael. That's jeez. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep at night. So what we had cut today?
We've got weapon degradation.
Yeah, so no repairing.
No repairing.
Yeah.
We've got no more Steam.
No more Steam.
Well, or bad Steam games.
Bad Steam games are gone, and so has Steam.
Locomotion, hot water in general.
Yeah.
I've sent us back to the medieval ages, essentially, and water is now just a anamorphic blob that just
no
floats.
water levels.
No water levels. Well, Michael,
I think I've done some good here.
you did a fantastic job. Thank you for bringing along those 3 things that you wanted cut from the world of video games. They're all gone, Peter.
They are.
They're all gone.
And you've left us in a horrible state, but we'll muddle through. We'll muddle through. As Ben was saying, Michael's with us for a couple of days at time of recording. So there'll either already be other content up online now that you can go and check out with more of that pretty face. There it is. In fact, just keep watching that bit on loop. That's all you need.
There we go.
There will be more to come if it's not there already. So stay tuned / look at our back catalogue.
Yes.
Yeah. And Michael, is there anything you'd like to plug before we say goodbye?
I've got a Twitter. That's a thing to plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, @ParrotBoy on Twitter. I'm not too active, but that's where I put all my bad, terrible posts, because it's not
Nice.
quality content there.
Your
it's
hot
just
takes.
crap.
It is. It's very good content.
I like it.
Of course, Vidiots as well.
Yeah. What's Vidiots?
What's a video? Well, it was on Countdown, probably like a month ago now, but
It's an actual acceptable word on Countdown.
there we go, we've made it. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Please. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got some suggestions of who you'd like to see on Cut content in the future, please let us know. We've got a few in the pipeline. We're hoping to do one of these once a month, as we've mentioned briefly in the past. We didn't do one last month because unfortunately we had someone pull out at the last minute. But hopefully, moving forwards, we will have a new guest for you every single month.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Who would you like to see on the show, Michael?
Dick Machinko.
Oh my God,
real
can you
life
imagine?
Dick Machinko. What would he have to say about video games?
I think he would just kill us, to be honest, because Dave Benson Phillips tolerates us. I think Dick Machinko would actually murder us.
Yeah,
He might do, yeah.
He has the means to do it. He's probably got a license to kill.
That asshole's still twitching.
Check the bodies.
I think Dick would cut all games except his.
Yeah, there we go.
Everyone just has to play Rogue Warrior
There
forever.
can only be one.
Yeah.
That's all. I think it's time to sail off into the sunset. It is now green screen behind us.
Oh,
what a lovely sunset.
But the water's all over the place.
Oh,
It's
no,
weird.
no, no.
Jesus, what?
We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.